जेना सर केमती अछंती? दिव्य ज्योति जेना नारे जे अछंती टिके कथा हेबे की?
हेलो
हाँ आपण टिके परिचय टा टिके काइंडली दियंतु।
आज्ञा सर आई एम वर्किंग एज ए टीचर इन स्कूल।
आज्ञा कोठी अछंती?
यस सर अनुगुल सर पाल्लहड़ा।
अच्छा वेरी गुड आपण लिंक टा पाइथिले तो टाइम रे?
यस सर यस सर।
अच्छा आज हमरो इंटरनल प्रोग्राम एटा माने
आज्ञा
हमें जेति गुडे प्रोग्राम करिचु एई सप्ताह रो ता
आज्ञा
भितरु दिस इज वन ऑफ आवर इंटरनल प्रोग्राम।
यस सर
एटा किंतु प्रैक्टिकल ओरिएंटेड एटा आपण मानकु बहुत भल लागियो बोली आशा रखुची।
आज्ञा सर।
अच्छा आपनकर नेटवर्क स्ट्रेंथ भलो अछि ना?
सर चली सर गाँव रे अच्छी तो सेमती टिके रहूची पुणी अप डाउन होची आ।
आपण कोन सब्जेक्ट पढांती?
सर टीजीटी साइंस सर।
आज्ञा वेरी गुड केते वर्ष रे एक्सपीरियंस हे गलानी?
सर एटा वर्षे ହେଲା सर।
अच्छा ताले फ्रेश पोस्टिंग?
आज्ञा सर।
आपनकर निजर घरटा को एरिया?
घरटा सर भद्रक।
अच्छा पोस्टिंग हेची पाल्लहडा रे?
आज्ञा सर।
पाल्लहडा एरिया आडे हमरो नेशनल साइंस सेंटर रो मोबाइल गाड़ी अनेक थरो जाईची।
आज्ञा आज्ञा सर मु
मोर
सर
मोर
आज्ञा
स्टाफ माने कहती जे पाल्लहडा गोटे बड़ स्कूल बोली।
आज्ञा पाल्लहडा रे सर ओडिशा आदर्श विद्यालय सर जोडा सेटा सर
ओ
अछि।
आपण से आदर्श विद्यालय रे अछंती?
आज्ञा सर।
ताल भलो होला कोन बहुत बहुत शुभकामना आपनकु आगरे।
धन्यवाद सर।
आज्ञा अच्छा एबे लोकनाथ बाबूଙ୍କ संगे टिके कथा हवा। लोकनाथ मेहरଙ୍କ नारे जे जॉइन करछंती टिके कथा हुंतु।
नमस्कार।
आज्ञा कहंतु।
सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार कहंतु। आपण निजे जॉइन करिवे तो?
हाँ सर मु निजे जॉइन करती।
अच्छा वेरी गुड आपनकर टिके अनुभूति कथा कहंतु। हेलो सर कहंतु टिके। टिके आपण चेक करिवे आपनकर सिग्नल टा टिके बोधे लो रहउची जा फल रे ऑडियो टा पास होनी प्रॉपर्ली। टिके चेक करंतु जोठी सिग्नल टा भलो अछि सेठी की टिके रहि कि टिके अटेंड करंतु। हां सर कहंतु एबे आइला वीडियो टा। वीडियो आसी जाउची किंतु ऑडियो टा काहे कि आसी परनी। कहंतु।
सर मु साइंस टीचर अछि।
आज्ञा कहंतु को जगह रे अछंती?
सर सोनपुर जिल्ला धर्मशाला।
संबलपुर रे अछंती नै कि? हेलो मु फेरुची आपन पाखकु आपण टिके नेटवर्क चेक करंतु जोठी सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ भलो अछि सेठी कम्युनिकेट करंतु बढ़िया आसीबो। हेलो अंकिता हाउ आर यू?
Sir, fine.
What is your class level please tell me?
Sir, class 9.
Acha okay very nice. You are interested in physics?
Yes, sir.
You are interested about electronics and electrical science?
Yes, sir.
Fine. You are now comfortable in this program. We will be showing lot of practical informations to all our viewers and hope you enjoy it. In between, if you do not understand any problem, then you freely discuss, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, carry on. Now Nokia 5.1 plus in आरे जी अछंती टिके कथा हुंतु। Hello friends, please talk to me by name Nokia 5.1 plus. Audio not going there, I think. Ronit Kumar, Can you listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Where from you join?
Sir, from Sambalpur, Odisha.
That's a very good, very good. So you know Odia language also?
Yes, sir.
And Sai Krishna, where from you are?
Sir, Barpali Bargad.
Very good, very good. So ଆମ program ବିଷୟରେ ଆପଣ କେମିତି ପ୍ରଥମେ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ପାଇଥିଲେ ଟିକେ କୁହନ୍ତୁ?
Sir, ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ୱେବସାଇଟ୍ ବୋଲିକିନା ଗୋଟେ ଏଜେନ୍ସି ଟେ ଅଛି ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଏଜେନ୍ସି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ମାନେ ଆମର ରିଜନାଲ ଟା ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିବି ଥିବେ ଯେନ୍ ଆଶା ରୋବଟ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜ ରେ ଭାଗ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କରୁ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଲି
very
ସାର୍ ମୁଁ
nice,
ଗୋଟେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ
very nice, glad to know ଆପଣ ଆମ program ରେ ଆଜି ବହୁତ କିଛି ଶିଖିବେ ବୋଲି ଆଶା ରଖୁଛୁ। ରାମ ପ୍ରସାଦ ସାର୍ କେମିତି ଅଛନ୍ତି କୁହନ୍ତୁ?
ହଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଖାଇ ପିଇ ସାରିଲେଣି ତ?
ହଁ ହଁ
ଆଜିର ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରାମ ଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଆମର ଯିଏ ଏଠି ଅଛନ୍ତି ଇନୋଭେସନ ହବ ର ଯିଏ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ତାଙ୍କର ସେ ଆଜି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ଲାଟଫର୍ମ କ୍ରିଏଟ କରିଛନ୍ତି ରାଇଟ୍।
ଆଚ୍ଛା
ତ ସେ
ହଁ
ପ୍ଲାଟଫର୍ମ ରେ ଆଜି ବହୁତ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲ ଜିନିଷ ଉପରେ ଆଲୋଚନା ହବ।
ଭଲ କଥା।
ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ଆଜି ଏଇ ପ୍ଲାଟଫର୍ମ ରେ ଓବିୟସଲି ଆମେ ମାନେ ଗେନ୍ କରିବା ବୋଲି ମୁଁ ଆଶା ରଖୁଛି।
ହଁ ହଁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ।
ଆଉ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କିଛି ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଆସିଲେ କି ନ ଆସିଲେ ଟିକେ ଏନକ୍ୱାରି କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ।
ହଁ ମୁଁ ପଠେଇ ଦେଇଛି ମେସେଜ ପଠେଇ ଦେଇଛି ସେମାନେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମର ଗୁଗୁଲ ମିଟ ରେ ସବୁ କ୍ଲାସ ହଉଛି ତାଙ୍କର ଜୁମ୍ ଆପ୍ ଅଛି କି ନାହିଁ ମୁଁ ମେସେଜ ଦେଇଛି ଦେଖିବାକୁ ମାନେ ଯଦି
ଦେଖାଯାଉ କଣ ହଉଛି।
ହଁ
ଆଚ୍ଛା କୌଶିକ କୁମାର କଣ କ୍ଲାସ ରେ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି?
Good afternoon, sir.
ଗୁଡ ଆଫ୍ଟରନୁନ।
Sir, Standard 9,
ସ୍କୁଲ
DA Public School, CD Contact. DA
ଆଚ୍ଛା
Public School, CD Contact.
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ଫିଲ୍ଡ ରେ କେମିତି କଣ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ଅଛି ଟିକେ ଆଗ ସେୟାର କରନ୍ତୁ।
Sir, ମତେ ଆଗରୁ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ କରିବାଟା ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଲାଗେ ମତେ sir ମାନେ
କେବେଠୁ
connection
ଭଲ
କରିବା।
ଲାଗୁଛି? କେବେଠୁ ଭଲ ଲାଗୁଛି?
Sir ସେ 4th 5th କ୍ଲାସ ରୁ ମତେ କାହିଁକି ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ମତେ ଭଲ ଲାଗିଲା ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ
ଆଚ୍ଛା
କନେକ୍ସନ କରିବା ମାନେ
ହୁଁ
ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଇନଭେନ୍ସନ କରିବା
ହୁଁ
ମତେ ଟିକେ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ସେଟା ଲାଗେ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ତେବେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ କଥା ଉପରେ ଆମେ ଟିକେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିବା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରୁ ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ବି ଆମ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଟିକେ ସେୟାର କରିବେ। ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲା ତାର ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ କହୁଛି ଯେ ସେ ଛୋଟ ବେଳରୁ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ପ୍ରତି ଆଟ୍ରାକ୍ଟ ହେଇଛି ଏବଂ କାମ କରୁଛି ତେବେ ଗୋଟେ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ର ଜ୍ଞାନ ଉପରେ ମନେ କରନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ଯଦି ତାକୁ ପଲିଶ କରିବାକୁ ଯିବା ନଲେଜ ଟାକୁ ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ଟାକୁ କେମିତି ବୁଝିପାରିବା? ତେଣୁ କୌଶିକ ତୁମେ ଟିକେ ତୁମର ଆଇଡିଆ ଟାକୁ ସେୟାର କର ଯେହେତୁ ତୁମେ ପାଠ ପଢୁଛ you have to share your information to all of us. How do you explain this branch of electronics in your level?
So electronics is kind of thing which can we discover new things from it.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଉ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରିପାରେସନ କଲା ପରେ କିଛି ସମୟ ପରେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଆଉ ଥରେ ଚାନ୍ସ ଦେବି। ଆପଣ କଣ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ପତ୍ର ଯୋଡା ଯୋଡି କଲା ବେଳେ ଜାଣି ପକାନ୍ତି କିଏ କଣ?
No sir.
କାହାର କଣ ନାଁ ଅଛି ସେଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜଣା ପଡିଯାଏ?
Sir ଏତେ ତ ମୁଁ ଏତେ କରି ନାହିଁ sir
ହୁଁ
facilities ମତେ ଏତେ ମିଳୁ ନାହିଁ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା କିନ୍ତୁ ଶିଖିବାକୁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଅଛି ଏ ତ?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଭେରି ଗୁଡ। ତ ଆଉ ଥରେ ମୁଁ ପୁଣି ଫେରିବି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମୁଁ ରିଟର୍ନ କରୁଛି ଯୋଉ ନାଁରେ ଜଣେ ବନ୍ଧୁ ହାଇଲାଇଟେଡ ହଉଛନ୍ତି IXE055059S.
Yes, sir.
You discuss with me your experience in the field of electronics as far as your experience is concerned.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Sujal Patnaik and I am of DAV Public School, Pokhariput.
Yes.
Sir, I have interest in electronics since childhood. Sir,
Achha, you
yes, sir.
have to share your experience now. How do you define this electronics now in your level? Tell me.
Sir, electronics is anything in which we can take electrical equipments and can use it in our daily life. Sir,
Achha.
for making some kinds of sensors or anything.
That means some appliances you refer to, right?
Yes, sir.
some products which we are using in day to day life.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Suppose gote appliance तुम घरे अछि खराब हे गला, can you repair it?
No, sir, not all the things, sir, but sir, once the plug was means it was out of work. I tried to repair it, and I also did it correctly.
Successfully did it, right?
Yes, sir. So, but only
Okay.
that plug, not all kinds of thing I can do, but sir, like that I can identify some of the instruments like sir register, capacitor. Sir, I can also tell some of their application, so, but not
अच्छा
all the things.
अच्छा आपनकर आउ एडवांस लेवल नॉलेज ପାଇଁ का कोन व्यवस्था सुजोग मिलिछि?
सर सेमिति तो किछि हेइनी एपर्यंत व्यवस्था सेथि मु एथरे जॉइन करिछि.
Very good. I am very happy and proud of your interest in this particular field, and we promise to upgrade you in course of time, right?
Thank you, sir.
Commitment amar roila apun jodi am sangare mojire join karibe, we will surely upgrade you. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଆସିଯିବା ଅଶ୍ୱିନୀ ତ୍ରିପାଠୀଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ. ଅଶ୍ୱିନୀ ତ୍ରିପାଠୀ ଅଛନ୍ତି?
Yes, sir.
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କ୍ଲାସ ଲେଭେଲ?
So class 9.
କୋଉଠି ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି?
Sir, DAV Public School, CDA.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ବି ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିଗତ ଭାବରେ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ପ୍ରତି ଇନକ୍ଲିନେସନ କେମିତିକା ଆସିଲା, ଆଉ କଣ କେମିତି କରନ୍ତି, କଣ କେମିତିକା ଦେଖନ୍ତି ଦୁନିଆକୁ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋନିକ୍ସ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ରେ, ଟିକେ ମତେ ବୁଝାଇ ପାରିବେ?
Yes, sir. So, mo daddy actually electrical engineer ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କର electrical appliances ରେ ବହୁତ interest ଥିଲା. ତ ଯେହେତୁ ସେଇଠି ପାଇଁ childhood ରୁ ମୋ ଭିତରେ ବି ସେମିତିଆ interest ଆସିଲା. ଆଉ ଛୋଟ ବେଳୁ ମତେ robotics ଆଉ normal electrical appliances ବିଷୟରେ ଜାଣିବା ବହୁତ ମାନେ interest ମୋର ସେଇଥିରେ ଥିଲା. ଆଉ ତାକୁ ମୁଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ଚାହିଁଥିଲି ଯେ ତାକୁ update କରିବି. ଆଉ update ମୁଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛି କରିବା ପାଇଁ. ତ ସେଇ
ତାମାନେ updation process is going on.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Proud of you, your interest, right? विवेकानंद स्वाई सर आमर टिके रेडी हुंतु इंटरव्यू पाइका. विवेकानंद बाबू आपण आपणकर इंटरेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस कथा टिके कहि दियंतु समतिकु हमर व्यूअर्स मानकु.
सर मुझे ते सर सुना जाउ सर.
समतिकु सुना जाउची आराम रे.
सर मुझे ते ग्रेजुएशन पर रीजनल साइंस सेंटर भुवनेश्वर रे आपण पाखरे काम करथली. समय आपणठू बहुत गुडे जिनस इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स ऊपर शिखियाको पाइथिली.
आज्ञा
से समय भी मोर से इंटरेस्ट टिके डेवलप होइथिला. बहुत भल लागुथले से समय काम करिया ପାଇଁ भी.
ठीक कथा ठीक कथा. एबे एठी गोटे कथा मु कहि रखुची विवेकानंद बाबूଙ୍କ तरफरु मु मो आडू कहबाकू चाहूची टू ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स एंड पार्टिसिपेंट्स. I may be excused if you do not understand Odia at all, then you will be telling me and I will be modifying my language. But basically बर्तमान पर्यंत हमर सब पार्टिसिपेंट जेतु ओडिसा रे अछंती प्रायतः मु ओडिसा रे लोक हिसाब रे ओडिया कथा टिके कहबाकू कोशिश करूची. If you do not understand Odia at all, then please tell me. विवेकानंद बाबू को कथा मुझे कहबाकू चाहूची कि he is a post graduation student in education এবং ସିଏ going to be a teacher professionally in future. आशा रखुची जदि किसी असुविधा हुए अन्य कोनसी प्रोफेशन को जॉइन करिवे, that not a matter, but matter होची तांकर हॉबी. जेतबेले मोर सेंटर रे एठी भुवनेश्वर साइंस सेंटर रे जॉइन करथिले तो मु तांको प्रथमे मोटिवेशन देथिली कि लेट अस लर्न इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इन बेसिक लेवल. तो सी भी शिखिबा को बहुत इंटरेस्ट शो करथिले. तणकरी मु तांको मध्य कोशिश करथिली कि से केमती ऊपर को टिके आगो को उठिकरी सिखंतु बोली. एंड ही सक्सेसफुली कंप्लीटेड द बेसिक कोर्स. एवं से बे जदी कंटिन्यूएशन रे थिबे ताले सिखुथिबे. जदी डिसकंटिन्यूएशन हे जाय थिबो ताले आई होप से परे ताको कंटिन्यूएशन करिया को कोशिश करिवे. किंतु से बहुत फंडामेंटल जिंस माने हमर एठी काम करिया भितरे हमर ए सेंटर रो जो वर्क एक्सपीरियंस अछि एनवायरनमेंट अछि ता भितर बहुत किछि जिंस से सिखितिले. नाउ वर्तमान मु स्विच ओवर करूची आयंतिक दास. कैन यू टेल मी?
हेलो.
कोन टिके आपनकर अनुभूति लेवल ऑफ स्टडी कोन करचंती?
Sir, actually, I don't understand Odia at all.
At all?
No.
Where from you are actually?
West Bengal, Calcutta.
Acha, I understand now. My point is that could you share your feelings in the Department of Electronics from your childhood days? How do you acquaint yourself? How do you work in that environment? Who inspired you? And how do you get the chance to work in this field? Could you tell me something about that?
Yes, actually, when I was small, I was very interested in those the remote control toys. Actually,
Yes.
so often I wondered that how does that work,
Hmm.
and after buying a toy, I always destroy them and open them to find the circuits.
Yeah, exactly. Good idea. Hmm.
Because those circuits are very interesting to me.
Hmm.
how how the motherboard are interconnected to the sensors.
Acha.
So that amazed me very much.
Exciting,
Very
really
exciting.
exciting. Very good idea. I am happy and I am proud of your interest in the field of application electronics. Now, Pratyush, are you there? Pratyush, I want to interact very fast because now we don't waste time further because we want to go to practical field of electronics knowledge sharing platform. So please get ready to share your experience quickly. Pratyush, are you there? Pratyush Pari. Please unmute yourself and tell something, otherwise I will not be understanding your concepts quickly. Because this is not a common platform where somebody is talking and you will be listening. This will be an interactive platform totally. And if you do not respond to my talk, then I will be unhappy. Pratyush Lekhila. Where from Pratyush you are? Write down your place and class. 12th. School. Acha, it's okay. Pratyush is from Jawal Navodaya Vidyalaya. On good. Now, participants, please actually, this is a wide variety of platform because here juniors are there, seniors are there. So we have to concentrate on our knowledge. Before we start, actually, I will be switching over to, actually my position will be taken by Shivashis Misra ji, Yanka, the innovation hub we are having in Regional Science Center. He is looking after this innovation hub activities. So he will be guiding you. But now before the program starts, I must inquire about others' knowledge regarding power supply arrangement in the field of electronics. Now, some of you tell me quickly, basically while we deal in electronic circuits, we know they require a power supply, whether it is AC or DC.
Sir, AC.
It is
Sir,
wrong.
AC.
This is wrong. They need pure DC.
Sir, DC.
Yes, so you could modify your knowledge. Those who did not know about the source of power for electronic circuits, this is the pure DC system they require for activation of the concept. Now, the second question for me, you might know children, for getting DC, we always prefer to battery supply purchased from market. And different types of batteries are there from procured from market. And I can show you at least one battery with me here. This is a UPS battery, and this is there in UPS, and this gives power to the circuit of the UPS. This is a standby battery supply, also gives power to the circuitry of the UPS. Now my point is, you do have also lithium ion battery, lithium polymer battery, lithium manganese battery, so many things. But could you tell me, my viewers and participants, if suppose you are not having battery and you are having all AC source of 220 volt, in that case, how do you procure power for your circuit? Who can tell me regarding
Breeze rectifier, sir.
Pratyush says using rectifier. But you know, it is not the single component. There are so many other components. Who can answer me properly? Other
Sir,
than this?
adapter, DC adapter.
So first,
Vivekananda ji, actually, could you tell me?
सर फास्ट आग हायर वोल्टेज को आम लोअर वोल्टेज करने ट्रांसफॉर्मर यूज करवा तापरे से लोअर वोल्टेज एसी टा को हमें पीओ डीसी करने रेक्टिफायर यूज करवा सर
अच्छा, good suggestion. I tell all of you, Vivekananda ji suggested you must procure a step down transformer by which you step down the 220 volt into your required voltage. See, suppose your circuit requires 3 volt, then you have to procure a transformer from your market, inquiring about the primary should be 220 and the secondary should be 3 volt output, and this is AC, remember. And for that, Ram Prasad Malbisoi sir, could you answer my question now? If you get a transformer, suppose 3 volt, now what sort of output you are expecting from the 3 volt transformer output?
Transformer.
Yes.
मुझे कुछ आइडिया नहीं.
Acha, ठीक है, no problem. We will answer. We will question others. Who can answer my question? What is the output of the 3 volt transformer? Is it AC or DC?
AC, sir.
AC. Good answer. AC is right answer. DC is wrong answer. So try to develop this knowledge. Whenever you procure a transformer from the market, your transformer output will be always AC. Now, how to modify to DC again? Who can answer? Using rectifier. Very good. What is rectifier? Who can say me answer? You have to give me the right answer. Which component of electronics can provide you
Diode, sir.
DC? Exactly. Pratyush is right. Diode. Now, what is this? If I show it to all my viewers.
So diode.
That's the right answer. This component, as you see, all of you, is a diode in our platform. Now, this diode will convert alternating current to direct current gradually in step by step. So that also will be discussed by Shivashish Ji today. Now wait for that program. Now after diode, tell me what is the output of a diode?
A DC.
It's not pure DC. Who can answer perfectly?
It's pulsating DC, sir.
That's the right answer. This is a pulsating DC. And we do have a very good device with us today that is called oscilloscope, digital oscilloscope. And I will request Mr. Shivashish to show you how is AC and how is pulsating DC everything. You will see by yourself, by your eye, that this is the performance of the particular component as they happen to do. Now, who can tell me if you get a pulsating DC, then how do you make it a perfect DC? What is the other component that is used for procuring perfect DC from a pulsating DC?
Capacitor, sir.
Capacitor is the right answer. You can note it down also with a notebook. You preferably note it down. The pulsating DC part of the waveform will be made smooth by using capacitors like this. You see, I show you a capacitor placed on my tabletop. This component you might have seen in circuits, in smaller forms, in bigger forms, in micro forms also. And these capacitors, they do have two terminals, one positive, one negative, and that will be also shown today how they help in smoothing the pulsating DC to smooth DC. These are the things Mr. Shivashish will deal one by one, and you have to enjoy it. Now, friends, don't be annoyed with me. I leave. Now, I request Mr. Shivashish to be here, and I will be assisting him for further presentation to your level. All of you have patience and enjoy the demonstration part, and then finally there will be an interaction before we end the program. Remember, this regional science center and Odisha Vigyan Academy combined together, they are now transmitting this part of service to our viewers in a manner to suit our objective, that we will organize a mega science festival in this holiday winter, not spending time idly. So, Mr. Sivasis, please come over here.
Hello friends, welcome to you all. Today we'll learn some basic things about electronics and we'll explore many interesting facts about electronics. So before starting to the main curriculum, I would like to introduce you some small basic things about electronics or small DIY tricks, do-it-yourself tricks, how to start with, and how some small projects you can make on your own. Before that, you have to know some basic things. Let me share my screen for you. Okay, I think so. I hope it is visible to everyone. So today we'll learn something about electronic circuits, then some idea about power supply, what kind of power we'll use in our projects, then some fundamental principles of electronics, some basic components of DC and analog circuits, and we'll also learn some basic principles of how to make your projects, and we'll also give you some idea to make your own project. So friends, everyone knows battery is a power source. Can anybody tell me what kind of power a battery gives us? So friends, be interactive. You can unmute your mic and talk. Everyone know about a battery? If I can show you, I have a small battery with me. Can anybody say what is this? What kind of power this battery can give me?
9 volt.
Yes, this is a 9-volt DC battery. Okay. So what is the definition of DC? Why it is not a AC? How we can say that this is a DC battery? What is the significance of DC? Can anybody tell?
DC means the current usually flows in only one direction. This is
Yeah,
the
true. In DC, we have two terminals called positive terminal and negative terminal, right? So in battery, the current always flows from one direction, from positive to negative, but in AC, the direction of current alters. Means from one side it flows to one to another, and second time it also flows from side 2 to side 1. So it changes its direction continuously, but in DC, the direction of current is always in one direction. So a battery is the most simple basic power supply we can use in our hobby projects. So anybody tell what is a circuit? If this is a battery, is a power source, and battery feeds power to a circuit, then what is a circuit? Circuit is nothing but what you called is a total project. Okay, it is a combination of some electronic components, some wires, some arrangements, some sensors, some sources, some loads. In total, we put together, we call it is a circuit. Anybody know this term breadboard?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain me what is a breadboard?
Sir, actually, breadboard is a looking like a board comprises of many holes there.
Friends, you can see in the camera, this is a breadboard. And there are small dots. Lots of dots are there. Okay. But inside this breadboard, the connection of dots is like the screen you see this top two lines, these lines are connected in horizontally, as you can see in the screen. These lines are connected inside, and the middle part dots. These lines, these dots are connected vertically. You see here. So this is a very unique and very useful tool in our hobby project to make some electronics trials, to make some kind of experiment with your circuits. This board helps you to connect your components and wires very easily without any soldering, without any hard fast tool. Very simply, you can plug and play. You can simply plug these holes, and you can connect. You can make your own circuit. And very interesting thing is using this breadboard, you can easily rectify your errors. If you connect something wrongly, you simply can remove it and reconnect it again. And one more thing about this breadboard is some connections are there internally connected. So it helps us to make some prototype circuits, right? So this is a very important tool, or you can say very useful component for your table to make hobby projects. Okay. So one more interesting thing, LED. Everyone of us know about LED. Do you know LED? It's called light emitting diodes. LED is a special category of diode. When we give power supply to LED, it emits light. Okay. So friends, there is a circuit you see here, a power supply, a battery, and a LED. And there another part is there. This is called a resistor. Can anybody tell me why this resistor is here? Is it important?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, the LED needs a lower power or lower voltage to operate. If you find any kind of higher voltage, it will burst or damaged. So to make the LED more stable or more to increase its longevity, we use resistor to lower down the voltages.
Okay, so friends, so what we understood is LED, if I give power supply to LED, it may draw sufficient enough current which LED cannot tolerate. Means the current which will flow through that LED may overflow, right? Which will make a damage to the LED. So we all know resistor is something which will oppose the current flow. It will not allow the sufficient current flow. It will block the current flow. And if we connect the resistor along with LED in series, when current flows from battery, it will be opposed this resistor. So some limited current will flow through this LED and LED will not damage. Okay. So what is LED circuit? Here we can say this is a circuit, means some components which will make our project. So in LED circuit, what we use? One LED plus resistor. So now we understood why we use resistor. Okay. So friends, here some example of LED circuit is we can connect these LEDs in series also. Means when current flow from this battery, it will pass through LED 1, then pass through LED 2, then pass through LED 3, and again complete the circuit. So this kind of arrangement in electronics called series arrangement. Means we can say LEDs are in series with each other. Okay. Another kind of arrangement is called parallel arrangement. Here when current flows from this battery, at this point, this current divides into three parts. And after this load, after this LED, it will again rejoin and complete the circuit. This kind of arrangement is called parallel circuit example. We also can connect multiple LEDs using both series and parallel. Here two LEDs are in series, and with this series, the second LED is in parallel. The benefit of this series and parallel will help you, like see here I have connected these LEDs in series. Means when I give supply to this series, in series side, some power will be drop here and some power will drop here. But in this for LED 3, the entire battery voltage will given to the single LED. So in this case, These two LEDs will bright dim, but this LED 3 will bright more. So using this kind of arrangement, we can dim the LED. So today we'll discuss about some fundamental parts that we'll always use in our projects or in our experiments. One by one, we'll discuss about. The first one is register. So friends, we'll know, you know about registers. I'll show you. These are some registers. Okay. So register is nothing but a kind of conductor which do not allow current to flow easily. It will oppose the flow of current. So how much current it will allow and how much current it will oppose, it depends on its property called resistance. Okay. So registers, the unit of this resistance is called ohm. And how we can find the resistance of a resistor using this color code. Okay. So I'll give you an example. The register I am in my hand, the color code is like brown, black, red. So friends, let's see in this code how to find this resistance value if the color code is brown, black, and red. So let me find the color brown. The brown value is 1. Then next to brown, my color is black. So black value is 0. So now the total value become 1 and 0. Then my color is red. My color code is, yes, it is red. Means it is K. So what my entire value is, 0 means 00, right? So my value become 1000 means 1000 ohm. So if my color is brown, black, red, so using this chart, I found 1000 means 1000 ohm. So you can take the snapshot of the screen using this color code chart. You can find any register value using its color code. So there are some special kind of registers also there. Those are called variable registers or potentiometers. Using this, you can actually change this value of resistance. In breadboard, you can connect like this. When we rotate this knob, the resistance value change. See in this example, using this color code, we only can find the resistance of fixed resistors, means which resistance value will not change, it is fixed. But if I need some arrangement where I have to change my resistance value, then I have to use a variable kind of resistor. Let me show you a variable kind of resistor with me. Okay. There are also some special kind of LEDs. You have noticed that it doesn't have only 2 legs but more. These are this kind of LEDs are called RGB LEDs. Means in a single package there are 3 LEDs combined together like this. So using one common pin and 3 different pins, I can find different colors from a single LED. So these are you can imagine using these RGB LEDs in an array, we can make a big TV of RGB color TV, where by controlling each and every RGB value, we can generate different colors using a single LED. Yes, one more interesting component is a photoresistor. Do you know what is a photoresistor, friends? Anybody can say what is a photoresistor?
Sir, when light falls, it starts glowing.
No, photoresistor is also a kind of resistor only. It is a resistor, nothing else. But its resistance depends on the light falling on it. If I allow sufficient light to this resistor, its resistance will decrease. If I keep this resistor in a dark place, this resistance will be maximum. So using this kind of resistors, we can make our own light sensor. This is the circuit where you can make where you can find if light falling on it means this resistance will low and it will allow current flow through this LED, means LED will glow, means this will be a light detector circuit. Using this kind of arrangement, you can sense whether light is present or not. Next interesting topic in our electronics components is a capacitor. Do you know what is a capacitor? This is the sir have shown you a capacitor. Can anybody tell
Stores
me
electricity.
what does it mean? Can you use it as a battery if
No,
it
sir.
stores?
Yes, sir.
Less out current means suddenly when means there is not much loss.
The capacitor is a kind of electronics device which has the capacity to store a very large amount of current, but for a very small time. Means when I try to discharge it, the storage power in it, it will discharge very fastly. So if this is a, can anybody say it's implementation where you can use this kind of capacitors?
Sir, fan.
Okay, you see in the circuit. Okay, this is a switch, this is a resistor and a battery. I've connected this battery with a LED along with a capacitor. Okay, and after that another resistor and circuit completes. Can anybody say what will happen if I switch on, make this switch on?
So actually the LED will glow.
Okay.
But when we switch off the circuit, then for some amount of time the LED will glow, and after that, when the capacitor will completely discharged, the LED will shut down.
Okay, but actually it will not happen like this. You observe what happens. In this particular circuit, when I make my switch on, initially this capacitor will charge. Okay. During the charging time, the current will flow from this battery to capacitor to make it charge. Okay. So that current will flow through this LED. So during this charging time, the LED will glow. Once this capacitor is fully charged, then the DC current cannot flow through this capacitor. It can charge the capacitor, but it cannot flow through. So for DC circuit, this capacitor will behave like a open circuit. Okay, so this LED will blink, no doubt, till the capacitor got fully charged. Once this capacitor is fully charged, the LED will stop. If I switch on, make it on, or I'll switch it off, doesn't matter, the LED will not glow after this capacitor gets charged. Okay, so this is the capacitor. If I connect in series with some load in a DC circuit, the current will only flow till the capacitor gets charged. Once it is fully charged, the current will not flow. It will become an open circuit. What happens if I connect this capacitor in parallel with the source? Let's see. Initially, this capacitor is connected with battery, means it is charged. It will not wait for my switch. It will automatically charge because circuit is complete with the capacitor. So when I make this switch on, at that time, the capacitor will discharge through this LED. At the same time, battery is also there to charge it. So my LED will continuously glow. It will not off. Okay. But while switch on, if I remove my battery, at that time the capacitor will discharge through it. So after removing the battery, still the LED will glow until the capacitor discharged completely. So after removing this battery, it will glow for some time. So this is the use of capacitor in series and in parallel. Okay, So this is another example where a capacitor is in both in series and parallel. Can anybody say what will happen? If I connect a capacitor both in series and parallel, what will happen? When I make this switch on, this capacitor will get charged. When I make it off and make this one on, so this capacitor will discharge, making this second capacitor charge. During that time, this LED will glow. And when this capacitor completely discharge, this capacitor will start to discharge. So this is a kind of blinking effect will come in this kind of arrangement. And that blinking effect will gradually decrease the intensity of light. Means the light will blink and gradually it will get dimmer, 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 and it will off. It's a very interesting circuit. If you make it on your own using breadboard, you will find its beauty. It will be very interesting project. You only have to make this switch on to make this capacitor fully charged, and it will off to remove the battery. And after making this second switch on, you will find the blinking effect would gradually decreases, and at the end it will turn off. Yes, one more very important component that is very, very useful for your DIY. Can anybody explain
I
it?
see.
Yes, this is a voltage regulator. Can anybody explain what is the voltage regulator?
Sir, here the voltage regulator is known as 7805.
Yes.
That means it has 3 pins.
Yes.
Yeah, in its input, what voltage we may give, but it's in its output it will give only 5 voltage. So
can you say that what much of input voltage I required to get a perfect output voltage?
No, sir.
Okay, so for 7805, friends, if my input voltage is in the range of 6.5 to 25, only DC range of input 6.5 volt to 25 volt. If I connect a 7805 voltage regulator, I'll get perfect 5 volt. If my input voltage is less than 6.5 volt, this regulator cannot regulate. Okay, this is only a step down regulator. So the input side must be higher than 6.65, means minimum 30% higher than 5 volt. Then only this regulator will work, and the upper limit is 25 volt. Beyond that, this regulator will burn itself. Okay, so this kind of voltage regulator is also very, very useful for you to get perfect 5 volt from a 12 volt battery. Yes, 12 volt battery is in range. Okay, I have a voltage regulator with me. It is a metal voltage regulator, you see. This is a 12 volt regulator with 5 ampere current carrying capacity. So this 12 volt regulator, my input voltage range is from 14 volt to 30 volt. Then it can regulate up to 12 volt. So using this kind of circuit from a 9 volt battery or 12 volt battery, you can get 5 volt for your project. Okay. So let me give you a small idea how to make a small project using some sensors. This is a simple project using use of a transistor. So what is a transistor? I have a transistor. Let me show you. A transistor is nothing but a switch. Friends, you can see this is a transistor. Okay. So transistor is something like this. I have connected here in the transistor is here, and this transistor and my battery is connected with the LEDs, and in the returning path a transistor is there. Through transistor this circuit is complete. Means here I am using this transistor as a switch. So if I make this transistor on, means switch on, this LED will glow. To make this transistor on, what I need to do, I have to give another power supply to the transistor. Here there are 3 pins of transistor called, this one is called collector of transistor, collector, this one is emitter, this one is base. So always the main load will be connected through collector and emitter. If I give a small base current to this transistor, this collector to emitter circuit will get open. This circuit will close, means it will allow to the flow of current. So by giving this base current, I can make this LED on. This is another kind of sensor you can use in your projects. This is called a Hall effect sensor. Hall effect sensor is nothing but a sensor which can which can read the amount of magnetic field. If I get a magnet to near to this Hall effect sensor, this switch will on. So this is also interesting, very interesting sensor. You can use in your project using a magnet. If you bring a magnet near your project, the project will start. Similarly, another example is a reed switch example. This is also a kind of magnetic coupling switch. Using a magnet, you can on this circuit. The difference between reed switch and Hall effect sensor is, using Hall effect sensor, see in this circuit, in this particular circuit, if I bring magnet near to this circuit, it will allow current. The more closer I will bring the magnet, the more brighter will be the LED. Means the magnetic field, the more will be the magnetic field, the maximum, the more will be the current flow. But in reed switch, it is only a on-off kind of thing. If you get a magnet near to its range, it will simply on and off. One more interesting sensor you may need for your project is a tilt wall switch. Means it is a kind of switch. If you tilt it, if you simply tilt it like this, it will on. You can use this kind of switch in your project when you want to make theft protection, right? Somebody will pick your if your kit, it will give a alarm, it will give a siren. That kind of project you can make using this tilt wall switch. So basically these are some ideas where we have discussed, like you may need for your project, and using this kind of small instruments, small electronic components, you can make your own prototyping project, and you can implement in for your own in your room also. Like I have made some projects in my room. I have made a off-track detector sensor near my door. When my door is let's say it is not locked, it is unlocked, the switch is on automatically, and if I come near to the door opens automatically. How I did it, I simply connect a motor and some thread arrangement with my door, and a obstacle sensor I put near my door. When that sensor detects, it will pull the, by rotating the motor, I pull the thread and my door gets opened, and after some time, after some delay, it gets closed using a thread arrangement. So similarly kind of arrangements you can make for your own. And friends, anybody want to ask me something? I'm here to, I can
Sir, actually, what is the obstacle sensor that you have used at your home, sir?
Okay, that obstacle sensor I have made on my own using a LDR and a normal light. I focused a light to that LDR, and whenever I comes in front of the LDR, my shadow comes to the LDR, and it can detect that something is present in front of that LDR.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Okay. So friends, I have some important component with me, some very useful tool that it is very essential for electronics projects. let me show you this component. This component is called a oscilloscope.
Sir, can you explain about what? Sir, are you explaining something? Means you are muted.
To great extent. I have talked so many things, but unknowingly I was muted. Now, the output of the transformer is taken by a diode. So, this is the first output directly to the oscilloscope. These two terminals are the terminals of the transformer. And you see the wave is a alternating curve. Now, Mr. Sivasis is producing a diode in the line, and we will see how is the curve through a diode. This is very important for all of you. Now this is called half wave rectification. So what is half wave rectification? You understand by yourself, half of the curve is already out. That means you are taking only one half, and this is called a pulsating DC. Remember. And now I request Mr. Sivasis to use a capacitor after the diode, and we will show this curve will also change subsequently. So please follow the system. It is surprising. It is behaving like a DC, but minor pulses are there, but that can be eliminated for our purposes. So this is called the rectifier unit now. Please remember, at least using a single diode and a single capacitor, you can use for common purposes. But remember, all efficient rectification process involves minimum 2 diode or a combination of 4 diodes. So this is called, now I request Mr. Sivasis to show the curve of this battery. This battery curve let us first see and then compare with our rectified system. I hold it and he is connecting, and what you see is the curve of a battery. Check for yourself. If this is the curve for the battery, and now we compare our own rectifier. So you will find they are almost similar. That means you have done a battery rectifier, battery power pack. Now we are using dual channel. That means 2 curves you will be enjoying at the same time. One for battery directly and another for our rectified wave. So you are using dual input channel now. The upper blue curve is for battery and the lower curve, which is having a different color, is for rectifier unit from the transformer. Now after inputting the capacitor, you can compare the curve becomes straight, almost 99% straight. Now enjoy 2 curves. One this blue for your battery and one this yellow for your rectifier unit. Now compare, both are same. So this is called the knowledge of electronics. Now I do not know, Mr. Sivasis will answer in the final round. Why is this diode and the combination of the capacitor behaving like a battery? He will discuss about. And you please get ready with your questions.
Thank you, sir. So friends, let me explain how it works actually. So let me go step by step. Okay. Let me remove the battery and we'll see all the steps one by one, how a capacitor gets rectification. So friends, I have connected my oscilloscope now directly with the transformer. Okay. And we all know we'll get a pure SC source. Thank you, sir. So friends, let's understand how this rectifier works. So directly now I am connecting this oscilloscope with my transformer, and we can see the output of my transformer is a pure AC. And when I add a diode into it, let me add it. Yes, when I add diode, the work of diode is nothing but it will allow the direction in one direction, current flow in one direction, and it will block the other direction. Means the positive sides it allowing and the negative sides simply blocked or skipped. So when I use this diode, what happened? All my electrical flows, all my current flows becomes unidirectional, but it is a kind of like on off gradually. So by when I use this capacitor, what capacitor exactly does, it simply during the on time, the capacitor gets charged. And during the off time, the transformer could not give the supply because it is the off time. But at the same time, the capacitor is charged earlier, it gives power till the next on time. So throughout the time, this capacitor helps to maintain this power. Though the transformer gets on off in a 50 Hz frequency, this capacitor gives a backup of that off time, and hence we'll get a pure DC supply. So let's connect this capacitor and we'll observe what happens. So friends, see, it became a straight line. So exactly it is not a straight line. The source is still on off, but during the off time, when no source, when the transformer could not give the supply at the same time, my capacitor gives power supply, and it will discharge. And before discharge completely, the another on time is again there, which makes the capacitor again recharge. So using this capacitor by discharging, charging, discharging continuously, we'll able to obtain this continuous and constant supply, which is very similar to DC supply. Hence, we can use it as a DC power source. Friends, anybody want to ask me something regarding this?
Sir, how will we know the voltage?
Okay, yes, we can find the voltage here also using the measurement. Yes, parameters. Friends, you can see the average voltage. Oh, of course, in camera it may not be seen. Let me try. Oh, it is a mirror image. Okay, the voltage I could see here right now. It is a 29 volt average, and my peak voltage is 30 volt. Means my transformer is actually a 28 volt transformer. So after rectification, I am getting a 29 volt of average DC voltage.
Sir, how can we know that which capacitor and that resistor should be taken?
Okay, very good question. So using this kind of rectifier, you know the source of voltage of this transformer. In my case, my transformer is a 18 volt transformer. Okay, so peak to peak 18 volt means it can go up to plus 18 till minus 18. So in total, I can get a 30 volt, nearly 30 volt. Okay, so ideally the capacitor which I will choose for my project, it should be, the voltage rating should be nearly double to the project where I am going to use. So in this case, my power is nearly 30 volt. So my capacitor that I have chosen is of nearly double. It is of 63 volt. Okay, and the capacitance you will choose, it depends ki how pure or how much rectified you want. The more capacitance you will choose, you will get more rectified value. For 50 hertz frequency, the minimum capacitance required for your rectifier is nearly 470 microfarad. Okay.
Sir, one question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, as we see here, the capacitor filters out the AC part.
Right.
If we use the capacitor directly to the transformer firstly, then the diode, what will happen, sir?
In that case, your capacitor will burst.
Sir.
Let me explain why. This capacitor is a polar capacitor. It has a fixed positive pole and fixed negative pole. Okay.
Sir.
So you can find it is a minus sign is here. So in the minus sign side, this pin will be connected to the minus side.
Sir.
So if I connect it with AC, a time will come when this side will become plus, this side will become minus, because it is alternating in nature.
Sir.
So if I connect this minus side with a positive side and positive side with a minus side, at that moment this capacitor will burst. Okay.
Sir.
Friends, we are having another program at 3:30, and the program is related to astrophysics, and the professor from Indian Institute of Astrophysics will be joining within short time. So we have to end this program, and we will send you the link of another program, and be ready to join the next program, and we will be opening 3:15 or 3:20, something like that. So thank you all for being with us, and we come to an end.